Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. My name is Callie, and this is another weekend of Clarinets, Cats, and Coffee. In last weekend's video, I took you on a journey through the TomPlay app and the different classical music offerings on the app. If you're interested, go check it out. It's really great. I start out with the Brahms Quintet, one of my favorite pieces of all time. But today, we are going to backtrack, go way back in time, and I'm going to share with you 3 huge things that I wish I had been taught when I was a beginner. Now, like many of us in the United States, I started when I was 9 years old in 4th grade in the public music school system, and there was one beginning band teacher for the whole district. As you could imagine, they had a big job ahead of them teaching all of us how to play our instruments, okay? So in my beginning band class, there were a lot of kids, and a lot of us were very excited to get started. So this doesn't necessarily mean that they were doing their job poorly. It could also mean I was a typical 9-year-old and just did not listen very well. But we're gonna say these are things that I wish I had had banged into my head better from a younger age. So the first thing is embouchure. So as a person who teaches beginners now, sometimes the best advice for a kid is to just tell them not to puff their cheeks. So if we go one step beyond that, I wish I had been taught that the purpose of a good embouchure is to allow the reed to vibrate freely with flexibility. And the biggest way to do that is create a complete seal between your cheeks and your gums and your teeth, kind of like you ate something sour. Oh, making that sour face. And then later I would understand, oh, I have to keep my chin flat, keep my corners in. Kids are smart, you can teach them stuff, right? So I wish I had been taught more about embouchure from the very beginning. The second huge thing that I did wrong for many, many years is tonguing. And I wish that I had been taught from the very beginning to tongue using the tip of my tongue against the tip of the reed. So, proper tonguing technique. Tip of the tongue, right against that tip of the reed, right below the tip, not plugging up the top, but just gently tapping the tip of the reed. Yes, you could use any part of your tongue on any part of your mouth and any part of your reed, but if you want to get a very specific kind of classical sound, this is the way to do it. Not anchor tonguing, not tonguing off the roof of your mouth. I tongued off of the roof of my mouth. I did that for many years, and I was actually kind of good at it. I'm not so good at it anymore because I've refined the other way. But anyway, it wasn't until I was 15 years old, that's 6 years of tonguing wrong, that somebody, thank goodness my clarinet teacher found it, that somebody noticed. Anyway, so tip of tongue, tip of the reed. Nice, clean, clear, and crisp. Okay, and then the third big thing that I wish that I had fully understood when I was a beginner is that air support doesn't necessarily always mean to play louder, to blow as hard as you can. All it means is to blow a constant stream of air through your instrument. That is all air support is. A lot of times when I would hear, use more air support, I'd say, okay. And I would just blast and not understand what was happening, okay? So you're supporting your sound with a constant flow of air through the instrument, giving it the life and the breath that it needs to sound good. And a bonus tip for all of us out there, if we want to breathe with excellent air support, we've got to have a good breath of air to begin with. So my favorite thing is something I actually learned from watching a beginning brass instructor work with a room full of kids who had their instruments for the very first time. And that is breathing with a home breath. So you say the word home as you breathe in, And that helps you breathe in from the belly and take a nice deep breath from the belly all the way up, okay? So give that a try in your own practicing, and I hope this gives some of you out there a few tips and tricks to get yourself started on the right path to sounding great on the clarinet. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, a good week next week, and as always, happy practicing.